Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a bloody wet day, and the sun's just come out, would you believe? So, chucking it down all day. End of the day, 5 o'clock and the sun's out. Can't beat it, can you? British weather. Whilst I'm waiting for in the background, the grapefruit juice wine to filter down, I thought, well, let's do a review. Study it like a lemon, waiting anyway. So, meantime, London Pale Ale. Now this used to be in a bottle years ago, as was their Meantime London Lager. Meantime do quite a large range of different beers, lagers, stouts, etc. Right. Best enjoyed cold. Well, it certainly is cool in here. There's no heating, and it's it's coming out at just above fridge temperature, somewhere near there anyway. Right. So the Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer Festival has ended yesterday. Good beer festival. I had plenty. I do like the weird and wacky varieties, it's nice to try something different. So 4.3%, so just average sort of strength. Good carbonation and lacing in the Guinness glass. Gold to amber pour, white head, decent sized head on it. Ooh, nice faint citrus aroma. Citrus on the taste, bit of floral in there as well. It's like waiting for paint to dry watching this. I've been cleaning up in here. It's been a while since I've cleaned up in here, to be honest, and I've got this chuffing hot tub at the side. Look at that bugger. And this is a 16x10 shed, and we put it down last year, dried it out, put it down, and it got all this yellow marks on it. God knows what it was. And so this year we've left it up and dried it out, leaving it standing up. But you get to the stage where we don't really use this in the winter for sitting down watching TV. It's a bit chilly. But we will use it, carry on using it for beer reviews as far as I can. Unless it's Baltic cold, and I'm not coming down here to do a bloody beer review if it's freezing. But yeah, I had a good sort out. Got the barrels on the back wall behind me. There we go. With the roller coaster on the top. The prune juice barrel. The pomegranate juice barrel. And then soon it'll be a grapefruit juice barrel. Obviously they're all wines. Prune juice is actually got better since the other week. The pomegranate I've just reviewed. Check out the review. And the grapefruit's going in. It doesn't smell that great, to be honest. So I don't know if I've had a failure, and I won't know until I've got rid of this review. Doesn't smell at its best, but sometimes you get that with beers. You brew them and they stink. I've had one that's got smell like eggy, and every time you go into the kitchen, the wife's saying, "What the hell's that smell?" And it was the bloody homebrew, but it turned out brilliant. So I'm not worried at this moment in time. Slightly concerned, but not worried. So work tomorrow, back to the grindstone. It's been a nice 3-day weekend. Although I actually put it back in my mind now, which is what you got to do with I'm trying to look on the positive side of things rather than the negative, which is all about anxiety, doing that. So now we've got the run up to Halloween and Christmas. I've only seen one Halloween beer so far, and that was at B&M, and it was a vaguely Halloween beer, not a full-on Halloween. Seen nothing anywhere else. I'm hoping to see some. I want to get some beers, Halloween and Christmas beers. Do some good Halloween and Christmas beer reviews. There's going to be a stage where I'll just go out and take the hit financially and just go to one of the the mega beer sellers and get one of each of and they're bound to have Halloween beers on sale, because I could go through the breweries, but half the time I can't get the mixture that I want. I only want one of each. I don't want 3 of each, because one, you know, it's expensive way of doing it anyway, buying it from a brewery. It is. It's more expensive than going to a supermarket because you get it cheaper there. And 2, if I don't want 3, or I certainly don't want a case, because then you never get to drink them. I mean, I've still got 2 bottles of that alcohol-free stuff I won last year, and I may do a re-review at some stage. Now it's had near on a year to what's the word? Grow, ferment, or just, you know, and see if it tastes any better to me. Now I've had a year's more growth in my palate, you know, because obviously the more you drink different beers, your palate can take different beers, you know, tasting beers. And when I tried it last year, maybe it was the fact that it was a bit too strange. Now with the beers that I've tasted now, I've tasted some weird and wacky beers, and it might come good. Then again, it might not. We shall see. As for this, pretty standard offering. For me, it's aimed at in the quaffable, you know, area. Session, definitely a session pale ale. Nice citrus on the tongue as you're drinking it. I don't leave a lot on the back end. At the back end, it's more of a first quencher, but certainly when you initially take it in, you can taste the citrus, the floral, and then it leaves some on the tongue as well. And still now. Meantime, on Ocado's website, for meantime, they've got some stouts there, or porters, that I've not seen anywhere else. And this is the thing, you know, depending on your finances, and if you travel the country, you can nip into brewery shops and get beers that you've never seen, you know. It's great if you do travelling. I don't travel a lot, can't stand driving, and I've got a crap car that makes noises when it gets to 70 miles an hour. I can't figure out what it is. Something to do with the accelerator or something, I don't know, or gearbox or something. It makes this funny noise, and they can't pinpoint what it is. It's strange. But anyway, so Ocado, Waitrose, you know, going to the online supermarkets, or even like the likes of drinksupermarket.com, if you put some money aside, put 100 quid aside, knowing that you're not going to get them for 4 for 6, you know, you're not going to get them on that sort of deal, but you may get some under 2 quid, and you can pick yourself up anything up to 50 to 60 beers for about 100 quid. Yeah, that's well worth trying, plus beers that you've never seen before. Recently, B&M and Home Bargains have been disappointing, to say the least, with their selection of beers. There used to be a stage when I'd go into either of them shops and I'd be coming out with anything from 1 to 8 beers. Been to both of them this weekend, nothing. And it's been like that for a while. They've been very disappointing. I know times have changed. Even Bargain Booze the other week was disappointing. I came out with some beers, and a couple of them I've already had before, but I will be re-reviewing them. Oh, we're at 6 litres now. God, it takes a long while to... It's just dribbling out. Doesn't smell the greatest either. And I've got a blocked up nose, so that tells you something. But it's all about taste. Yeah, as I've said already, very nice, sessionable pale ale. The 4.3% tastes like a 4.3%, you know. Very clear. Nice pub beer for me, you know. This would suit itself alongside your stalwarts and the pub, you know, on the draft. You know, the likes of Guinness, Carling, Foster's. It would be a good beer to put alongside them as an entry into the world of different craft beers, you know. Ooh, a proper whack of pine at the end. Amazing how you don't get it until you chop it down. So yeah, meantime, London Pale Ale. Amber gold pour, white head, good carbonation and lacing, citrus with a little bit of floral on the nose, same in the taste. good strong citrus punch on the tongue as when you're drinking it. And right at the end, a wallop of pine. Amazing how beers change when, you know, from start to finish. As it is, for me, like I said already, a good session beer, you know. That's where it belongs, you know. It's not gonna, if you're a massive hop fan, it's not gonna please you, you know. But, you know, this beer is more for the masses than the few, and yeah, that's where it's aimed at, and that's where it is. Out of 5 then, I'm gonna give it 4.1 out of 5. Yeah, I thought it was nice. You know, it tasted okay, looked okay, and yeah, definitely it's got its own little pedestal to sit on. Right. Well, I'm still waiting. Turn the camera off, and then I'm going to do a review of that behind me. Oh God, I hope it tastes okay. And if you haven't seen the prune juice wine review, go back to it, because it's got, the prune juice wine's got a look of it which is wow, coming at your back end, you know. Yeah. Cheers.